Hey guys, today I'm doing a tea time Q&A, but no tea. We have a heat wave right now when I'm filming this, so I'd probably die if I had tea, so I'm just having a glass of cold water. Anyways, I asked on Instagram to send me some questions, and I'm actually going to try and answer all of them. There's not too many, so I think maybe I should be able to do it. So I'm just gonna get started and go over this real quick. Final sip of water. Let's go. Sketches of Celebrities asks, what's your favorite perfume? I say probably Burberry London. Shalina_egg asks what my top 5 is of the best movies I've ever seen, except for Lord of the Rings. You can't accept Lord of the Rings! Yeah, that should definitely be in that list. I already thought about this prior to filming and I couldn't come up with 5 because that's a lot. But the movies that I think are really good aren't necessarily the ones that I like the most, but I really love movies that are consistent within their own world and realistic within their own world, but still have a twist that can really surprise me. I really liked Inception, and I really liked The Prestige. Those are both kind of movies like that. And I loved Pirates of the Caribbean. I think part 1. I mean, it gets worse as the parts progress, but yeah. I really like that one as well. Nails and Paints asks what's my favorite nail polish. Let me show you. At the moment it's this one. It is a Miracle Gel by Sally Hansen in the color Birthday Suit. Shaima Belgetti, I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher all of your names, guys, asks what's my zodiac sign. I'm a Pisces. Lolina12 asks what's your favorite thing to do when you're bored. I think I just watch shows or something, or watch a movie, but I also like to be creative, so to knit or to draw or paint or stuff like that. Rose Jackman asks, have you ever been or are you planning on going to Castlefest? I've been there twice and it was really fun. It's actually my favorite kind of fantasy festival, but I am usually abroad when Castlefest is held, so I often can't go there. I've only been able to go twice. Shrutirao1988 asks, are you a fan of ghost / horror / supernatural stories? No. No, not really. And Puckholm asks, describe your perfect day. My perfect day is definitely going to the Efteling. If you guys follow my vlogs, I've gone there a couple of times in vlogs and stuff, and yeah, that's just my favorite place on earth. I love to be there, have a really nice dinner there, and then maybe stay at the hotel. I've never been there. They have like this awesome hotel with like themed rooms and everything. Yeah, that would be my perfect day. El Vorinel asks, a book or movie that has a strong and, in your opinion, important message. I don't think I've seen a lot of movies or read a lot of books that had very strong messages. I honestly don't know, sorry. Yoga and Tea asks, I'm a cheese specialist and I love asking what people's favorite cheese is. It kind of tells you what their personality is. Living in the Netherlands, I bet you have access to some amazing cheese. Well, to be honest, Dutch people only really eat Gouda cheese. Gouda, as people pronounce it abroad. Oh, that just gives me shivers. Gouda. That's kind of the cheese that we eat. That's normal cheese in the Netherlands. And you have it in different kind of, well, it all depends on the fat percentage and how long they leave it to rest before they sell it and everything. That kind of changes the cheese, but it's all Gouda. And my favorite is Jong Belegen Gouda cheese. So I don't really know what's done to it, it's just my favorite. It's kind of soft, doesn't have a very strong flavor, and that's my favorite cheese. Jenna Zook asks, what is the #1 place, real or fiction, you would want to visit? I would really love to go to New Zealand, because it's just beautiful. I'm gonna go with New Zealand. Singing Daily 1991 asks, what sparked your interest in historical costumes, hair and makeup? Costume dramas. I love costume dramas, always have, since I was very young. And I always loved looking at the costumes. Yeah, I don't think there's one certain thing that sparked it. I think it's just within me. I'm a very, you know, like girly girl, but then not your typical like glamour pink glitter girly girl. I don't know. It kind of just combines so many things that I like, so I think that's it. Oh, and then she also asks, When did you do your first historically or fantasy inspired hairstyle or makeup look? I'd have to take a look at my channel, but I believe that my first historical hairstyle, I remember that I did the Renaissance hair taping years ago. I'd been doing fantasy back then for a long time. I believe my first fantasy tutorials were Lord of the Rings tutorials. Lee Spaces asks, where and when are you feeling most happy? Honestly, I think at home. I think at home is where I'm most happy, because that's when I know that everything's normal and everything's okay, and you know, I know where my people are, and that's just kind of the most peaceful, happy time for me. PJG asks, are there any words or concepts in English that you have never been able to grasp? I don't think there are. No. English is originally a Germanic language, so the concepts are pretty much the same. There aren't many things that are very different concept-wise from Dutch or German or languages like that. Or maybe a makeup artist. Jenna Lily asks, what is your favorite season? It is autumn, although I really like spring as well. Create Magic asks, if you could spend the day with one character from Middle-earth, who would it be and why? I'd go for Gandalf, because I think there would be loads and loads and loads and loads of things that he could teach me. Aluminum Siren asks, has your dad composed other music? Is there any place where it is available to listen? Well, yes and no. My dad does this as a hobby. It's nothing like professional or anything that he would want to publish. So it's really just he made a couple of songs for my videos, and then he made a couple like for himself just for fun, but they're not gonna get published anytime soon in any case. Aldelia Me asks, who's your favorite Game of Thrones character and why? I'm gonna go with Tyrion, because I think he's the most interesting one. He's witty, he's clever, he's funny, and he kind of keeps the story going, in my opinion. So yeah, he's my favorite character. Volden Felden asks, what are your thoughts on green living, recycling, ecology? Are you into this sort of thing, or do you just do enough but are not very passionate about it? Well, it's pretty much exactly the second thing you said. I am conscious of stuff like that, and I try, you know, little things that I can do easily in my daily life to kind of contribute to stuff like that, but I'm not extremely passionate or strict about stuff like that. Anna013 asks, what was your favorite subject in school? It was art and history. And she also asks, if you could master any instrument, which one would you want to learn? I'd love to learn how to play the harp properly, but if I'm not allowed to say that, then I'll go with violin. I love the violin. That girl wearing black asks, what language would you like to learn and why? Japanese, because it is absolutely beautiful. It is one of the most beautiful languages in my opinion, and I would absolutely love to learn. And also Gaelic. I'm kind of trying to, I started trying to learn that, but I kind of stopped, so I need to pick that back up. Rinchebuklu, sorry, butchered that. What are the best oils for getting longer hair fast? Castor oil, definitely. Many people swear by that. It is supposed to really promote hair growth, but other than that, I don't think oils can really promote hair growth as such. I think it's more the act of massaging it into the scalp that kind of increases blood circulation that can potentially promote hair growth, so I don't think it really matters what oil you use. So Netherlandish asks, what do you love most about the Netherlands and what would you change? I absolutely love the Dutch culture as it is. Just the way everything is organized, how open-minded people are, and very accepting of many things. Yeah, I think we have a good social structure and everything, but something I would like to change is the nature. I really miss mountains and forests. We don't really have those. We have like hills and woods, but I miss like good old-fashioned wild mountains and forests. I cannot pronounce this for the life of me. Hafroesarine says, quite a stupid question, but could you tell us something about your long hair journey? I mean, like your experience with the long hair community, the people there, and being super strict about keeping your hair in a bun, no silicones, no heat, and the more relaxed hair care routine you have now. I discovered the long hair community when I was pretty young, and I loved just going on there. I thought there was very nice people. Still think they are. I went on there for a lot of kind of long hair tips because I really wanted to grow my hair out super long, and there were people on there that had hair like to the floor, so I was like, yes, these people know what they're talking about. Yeah, they had lots of advice for the best ways to you know, grow your hair long, and in a more kind of natural way and everything. So I tried a lot of the tips that were given on there, but you know, at some point I just kind of stopped visiting the forum. There wasn't really a reason, I don't know, I just didn't do it anymore. And then like 2 years ago I realized that nothing was working and my hair wasn't going to grow past hip length, so I just gave up on it and I decided to, you know, just have fun with the hair that I do have, now that I know that no matter what I do it's not going to grow longer, so I might just as well, you know, do all the things that you're not supposed to do. Ivory2623 asks, travel tips for the Netherlands? You should definitely come to Utrecht, and I'm not just saying this because I live here, but because I genuinely think that it is one of the most beautiful cities in the Netherlands, and it's very similar to Amsterdam, but a lot less crowded and a lot less touristy. So if you're looking for an authentic Dutch experience, but still want to see, you know, the canals and everything, and the old houses and churches and everything, then definitely come to Utrecht. So Kaylin O'Lean asks, what's your favorite music to listen to lately? I've honestly just been listening to the radio. I don't like everything that's on there. That's what I've been doing because it's just easy. You can just turn it on and music comes on. I really like singer-songwriters. Isabel.b asks, what's your favorite color? I'm pretty sure it's blush pink or beige. Miss and Lizzie asks, have you ever traveled to the United States? No. Fenu62 asks, have you ever been to a music festival? Yes, I have been to several. I don't know if you can count Castlefest, but I went to Castlefest. I went to the Rapalje Zomervolk Festival. I went to the Beschaving a couple of times. They're all Dutch festivals, you probably won't know them. But yeah, I'm not really big on festivals. They're all like day things, and I usually prefer the kind of like fantasy folkish festivals. Yeah, I don't go to a lot, but every now and then I like to visit a day festival. Oakwood Elf asks, if you could be a mythical creature for a day or so, what would you be? I think I'd like to be a unicorn, just to, you know, be a completely different species and experience the world through completely different eyes. Because I mean, if I go for like fairy or something other that's humanoid, I feel like it wouldn't be that much different from being a human, but a unicorn is an animal, so yeah, I feel like it would be more of a unique experience. Joha Lopetza asks, when and how did you start living by yourself? Share the story or tips. So in high school, me and two friends of mine, we talked about, you know, how cool it would be if we would get our own house, and now we're gonna, you know, cook every night and it's gonna be really fun and everything. It was just kind of like a fantasy thing. And then I went on vacation one day after graduation and my friend called me and she was like, hey, I found a house! I'm gonna sign a contract now, are you in or are you out? And I was like, okay, I'm in. And that's pretty much how I moved out of my parents' house. I kind of didn't take it very seriously when we were making those plans, but apparently she did, and she found us a house for really cheap, so we rented that, and that's how it happened. Lamas Puck asks, what are your thoughts on using silicones, sulfates and heat on your hair? I think you used to avoid all of those but then change your opinion. Yes, it's pretty much the same as what I said before. I gave up on trying to grow out my hair the kind of LHC way, and now I'm just kind of trying everything and seeing what works for my hair. So yeah. Although I do not use sulfates because I still think overuse of sulfates is what made my hair fall out back then. Lozzie567 asks, do you still play the harp? Not as much as I would like. I don't take time for it. Not as much as I would like. Gups Clito asks, which books would you recommend for Irish and or Welsh lore and myths? If you're looking for Irish, I recommend Ancient Irish Tales by Cross and Slower, and if you're looking for Welsh, I recommend the Mabinogion by Lady Charlotte Guest, I believe is her name. So those are the two that will give you kind of a pretty complete overview of the most important kind of tales. Mind you, they aren't myths, these are just medieval tales. There aren't actually any myths. And the last question is by Kelsey Wood 7, and it is, at the retail store, if not why? So I'm guessing this is, do I still work at the retail store? No, I don't. I started working for my dad. I'm helping him maintain a database and everything, so yeah, I can do that from home whenever I want, which is a lot better than working in a retail store, so that's why. And those were all the questions, so I'm gonna end the video here because this is getting ridiculously long. So I want to thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up. And I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!